Hello there, this is Music Man 0150, also known as Gary, and yes, I'm back again with another video. And we're taking a break from showing the TVs because I thought maybe a lot of you might be interested in seeing this controller that I've shown during the previous video and also through the house tour videos. So we're going to take time now and give you a full description and little demonstration of this controller in case those of you that may be looking for something similar like this, you'll have an idea on how they work. This particular controller was purchased from X10, as you can see there on the logo, and the website is www.x10.com. And not only is this a controller for lights and appliances, but it's a regular clock, and it also has an alarm if you wanted to have one of these, say, in your bedroom to wake you up every morning. So this is very, very useful, especially like when you're away and you want to have your home look like somebody is inside turning on and off appliances and lights. And what's also nice about this is you can control everything from one location, whereas in the older days, before these devices were invented, you had those plug-in timers that you'd have to plug in at the wall, in the wall outlet, and plug the lamp or appliance directly into that timer. And if you had, say, like even 4 of those, you'd have to go around and adjust each one individually. This makes that so much easier. You just do everything from one location, and the way it operates is the house electrical wiring is actually the path that this controller sends the signal through to a module that relates to the controller. And I actually have an example of a module right here. There's a typical module that is used with the controller that you just saw. And I have a light plugged into it so it goes on and off at certain times of the day. And the light is that little clip-on light that I have over this desk, just to kind of verify, where we are. So there's the desk, and then there's the light, and then there's the module again, and then here's the controller. Now, with this particular controller, you can have up to 8 different programs, of on and off times. So if you have one room with lights that you want to go on and off at a certain time, you can set one program for that. And in the same room, you can have a different program for like your television set, your sound system, or like in the summertime, if you have a window air conditioner, you can have that go on and off at a certain time of the day. All kinds of neat things. And so that's the really, really nice feature about the different programming modes. And you can also have it where the times can be varied automatically. There's ways of programming it so that, like on, say, Tuesday night, the source will come on at 5 o'clock, and then maybe Wednesday night it might come on at 5:03, 5:04, something like that, just to kind of give it a little bit of a variance so that the source that you're programming isn't coming on at the exact same time all the time. So going to try my best to show you the controls here because the camera doesn't focus too well. But going from left to right, this is the alarm on-off switch. And then these three buttons here are actually the programming controls. You have the clear, so you can clear out a certain time. And then, pardon me for just a minute, I got to look with the naked eye because I can't see. Okay, then we have all off. So like if I was to push this button here, everything would go off. And then mode. Mode would allow you to program a source at random times. And then these controls here, these plus and minus controls, allow you to set the time. And then these here allow you to have either on or off, you know, the source, because you can do it manually as well. And then this switch is programs 1 through 4, and that position is programs 5 through 8. So that's why I say you can have up to 8 different programs on here. And then this switch, the 4 functions are run, which means it runs the controllers automatically. In the second from the top position, this would be the programming mode for each individual module, say, you know, 1 through 8. So you can set an on and off time there. In the third position, this sets the house code. So say if you had more than one of these in your house, then you would be able to set one of these for house code A, as you can see there, and then you can set another one for B, C, D, E, whatever the code you might want to use, so that the codes or the signals don't conflict with each other. And then down in the last position on the bottom allows you to set the time, you know, for the clock, so that it works properly on the correct time. So what we'll do is put it back and run. Now what I'm going to show you is I can turn on any device manually, or it'll do it automatically. So for demonstration purposes, we're going to do this manually, and we're going to use these controls here. This controls either number 4 or number 8. And right now I have it set for number 8 because this module here is also set to number 8. So I'm going to push the on button, which is right here, and watch the light. Let's see if it comes on. Nope, it's not number 8. That's the light for in the storage room. So let's try number 7. Yeah, it's number 7. Okay, so now as you can see, this light is on. And there's the module that the light is connected to. And you notice that I was doing the function right here. See? That's the module clicking on and off when I push the button. And it's being controlled, as I said, through the house wiring. Now, let me just take you into the media room. And if you can see back there in the corner, there's a little light on the shelf there. I don't know if you can see it through all the stuff there. Let's take a walk in a little bit further so you can see. Okay, there's the light. Now you notice this light is in a different location. It's not in the same room as that other light. But we go back to the controller. And that's the one that's programmed on number 8. So I'm going to push number 8, on button. I don't know if you heard the click, but it did click. And now let's take a look. And there's the light. See how the light turned on? So that's how the controller works. You can control any device throughout your home in one central location. Now, the one downside about that is you have to make sure that the controller is on the same circuit as the module. Otherwise, the signal will not work. At least with these controllers, you have to make sure that they're plugged into the correct circuit that is, coinciding with the outlet you want to control, or even the light switches that you want to control, because they do make, light switches that operate with the same kind of function. And you can find all of that at www.x10.com. Now, just to give you a little overview or a better idea of what the modules look like, I got a drawer full right here with some modules. And here's a typical module. And this is for a 3-prong plug. As you can see, it's got a ground plus the 2 normal prongs here. And this is good for like air conditioners, or if you want to plug in your power strip with appliances, maybe like a sound system or a television set or even a computer system, and you want it to make sure, you want to make sure it goes off completely. You can use one of these for that. Here's a sample of a 2-prong module, and you can see on here this says warning, no appliances, lamps only. That's because this module is also a dimmer. So if you wanted to have your lamps dim, you can do that with these modules. But you got to make sure that you have the right kind of bulbs for the capability of dimming. Because if you put in the wrong bulb and try to dim the light, you can do some serious damage. So you have to make sure that your specs are correct, and you have to make sure that the bulb is dimmable. Now that you have to go with the compact fluorescent. If you still have an incandescent bulb, then you're safe. You won't have any problem with that. But that's an example of a lamp module. And then here is a module that's a standard appliance 2-prong module. You can see that there's no red tag on this one. So this is safe to use as an appliance module. So that gives you an idea of what they look like. And like I say, for pricing and all kinds of information, even more, go to www.x10.com for full details on the controller and modules. So, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions about this controller and its features, please feel free to write, or if you have a video that you want to post concerning this, feel free to do so as well. So, thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more videos.